Hey, welcome back to Snapple Games. My name is Max, and this is Lewin, and we are back for a Pauper League. We're going to be playing some Boros Synth, Boros Bully, Boros Monarch. It's all the same thing. We're playing a Boros mid-range deck here. I'll get into this deck tech, and then we'll get into the league in just a second. Real quick, going to shout out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Go to my channel, subscribe to the channel, really the best way to support me. You can check out all my videos on there, tons of Pauper content, some modern, some vintage cube. So again, go check out youtube.com/snapbolt and subscribe. Thank you so much. Recording live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/snapboltgames. So come hang out live if you want to see me record live and come hang out for some leagues. It's a lot of fun. Now, let's get right into this, shall we, lose? Okay, so this is just a Boros mid-range deck. Again, this used to essentially be a Boros Monarch shell playing Glinthawk in Core Skyfisher, so technically it's closest to that. This list also is playing Seeker of the Way. I have played one league with this deck and I 5-0'd with it. I think that this is the best deck in the format right now. Technically, probably the strongest deck I think in the format is probably Affinity, but I think this deck has a good Affinity matchup because we have 4 Dust to Dust and 2 Gorilla Shamans in the sideboard. I actually thought I had a lot of hate for the matchup. And then in the Pauper Super PTQ that happened over the weekend, somebody had 4 Dust to Dust. No, not somebody. The first place Decklist, I posted about this on my Twitter, had 4 Dust to Dust, 2 Gorilla Shaman, and 4 Revoke Existence in the sideboard. I was like, oh my god, I thought I had a lot of hate, but that was insane. I think for the leagues, we don't need quite that much. But yeah, 4 Dust to Dust, 2 Shamans. I think this deck is incredibly powerful. Like I said, I think it is the best deck in the format. There is some talk about the new Combotron, Eggtron, or Burbtron, whatever you want to call it, being broken, but I could believe it, but I have yet to see it. So this is just a Boros value-based deck where we are really basing our deck off Experimental Synthesizer. And then we have Glinthawk and Core Skyfisher to bounce that back, along with Ichor Wellspring. And then, we can also bounce Thraben with Core Skyfisher as well. And then we also play Kuldotha Rebirth. This card is just continuously impressing me in Pauper right now, so I keep wanting to play it. We have 2 Rally the Peasants as like overruns, and Seeker of the Way just has a really strong card. Because we're playing Seeker, we're a little bit light on things to bounce with Glinthawk and Core Skyfisher. We really only have the Thrabens, the Synthesizers, and the Wellsprings. And Glinthawk can only bounce these artifacts, so a little light. Looks like Lewin's about done. Let's put him down, let him get comfortable. Here, let's pause real quick. Be right back. All right, we had to get him his treat. So now that we've done that, I can get back to what I was saying. Yeah, because we're playing 4 Secret, though, we're a little bit light on stuff to bounce, but it worked out fine in the last league. Sometimes you just have to wait a second to get value off of these, or sometimes you just jam. And then the deck is rounded out with a bunch of burn, 4 Galvanic Blast, 4 Lightning Bolt, and 2 Makeshift Munitions. I think the deck is very, very good. You just get so much value by bouncing Synthesizer comparing to sacrificing it. So Glinthawk and Core Skyfisher are just insane with this card because you can often get a card when you play it, get a card when you bounce it, and then get another card when you play it, and keep doing that. So it's just nuts. As far as the mana base, 3 Ancient Den, 3 Furnace looks a little weird, but you want to enable Gallop Blast without being susceptible to opposing Gorilla Shamans or Dust to Dusts. 2 Rustvale Bridge for the same reason. So decent amount of artifacts in our mana base to try to enable this. Also, we can sacrifice the artifact lands to Rebirth. 2 Windscarred Crag, and then 3 of each basic, and 1 Campus, which has been pretty good. I've activated it a couple times, and 3 Garrison to get to a higher mana threshold. I like the bounce lands. And then sideboard, 3 Pyroblast, all the affinity hate I mentioned. 1 Electrickery, I would want more, but sideboard's a little tight as it is. 3 Lone Missionaries, mostly against burn, and then 2 Leave No Trace. Seems like a really solid option for this deck against Boggles, because you can just instantly blow up pretty much all their enchantments. So without further ado, let's just get right into round 1. Let's go. All right, welcome to round 1. We got Lose right here. And we're against Dublev. We're going to keep this hand. This hand's not the best, but I mean, it's not the worst. I'm trying to play with the Lose on my lap here. It looks like we're against Affinity, so we do have the sideboard hate, but do we have enough? That's yet to be determined. Ooh, maybe it's just Jund Metalcraft? The Seeker of the Way is going to die 100%, but I still think I should play it. Definitely want to wait to get value out of this Glint Hawk. Yeah, it looks like it's not sure what it's going to be yet, but it could be, again, Jund Metalcraft. It could be Jund Affinity with maybe Carapace Forger. We don't know yet, but interested to find out. Man, we're just missing. I'm not going to play this Glint Hawk for no value, just into removal here. So I'm just going to wait until we find either Ichor Wellspring or Synthesizer. We're just doing nothing. Brutal. This is not looking great. I mean, we do have 9 points of burn, so... I mean, even if Seekers die right after being cast, sometimes they don't, and they're really good, and to have something that's just like a must kill is pretty nice. Man, we're just getting super punished here. Just gonna keep waiting. It is Jund. So, again, we just want to value as much as possible. This is like one of the worst draws I've had. I'll just bolt that end of turn. Once we draw like one Ichor Wellspring or Synth, we just like, especially if we draw Synth, then we're just off to the races with this Glint Hawk. So again, no reason to just play a 2/2 flyer for no value. Ah, man, just not drawing the combos. Yeah, I feel like the Seekers are very good. Okay, I'll just bolt that as well. Opponent's just missing on lands infinite. They have to discard. Wow. I guess at least we don't have to discard. Right, munitions is actually interesting. I'm still just gonna wait on my creatures. I'm just being so stubborn, but they're gonna have so much removal in their deck, and in this matchup, we just they would have just bolted one of our creatures. I mean, I think we just need to wait to get value. We have so much mana that once we find something to bounce, oh my god. Gonna have to just play these at some point, but I don't want to yet. They're just bolting us. That's fine. I mean, that means it makes it more likely for our creatures to resolve. They're just not finding any lands. Wow. Okay, there we go. Now we go off. Synth into Thraben. Glint Hawk back Synth. Core Skyfisher. Let's replay Synth and then play these two. Let's do Core Skyfisher first. Bounce Synth. We want to hit a land off this Synth at some point here. Nice. So we're going to not be able to play all these cards, but I think that's fine. I can just play Bridge, the Raven, and then just not play the Ichor Wellspring. That's already just tons of value that turn. So we just missed for so long, but then we just drew so many cards. All right, they're bolting that. I'll just deal them one. Then they kill another creature. So they have a lot of burn in their deck, but they've used tons of it. They've used 3 bolts and 2 Galv Blasts already. And they're on 3 mana. We're on like 1,000,000 mana. Okay. Do I want the Glint Hawk or the Skyfisher? I mean, Glint Hawk's just cheaper. I think I just want the Glint Hawk. I obviously need to keep the Synth. Bolt. Rally. I'm definitely going to cast that. Let's cast Synth again. Ancient Den. Cast Rally. Attack for 3. Bolt you. Surprised to see Blightning. So they're kind of like a burn-based gen deck. We haven't found any Kaldathas yet either. It's just a, oh, it's a Thorn? Wow, that's super greedy. I mean, they have to do something. Their hand's just incredibly clogged up. They draw one. Skyfisher is a good draw. Raven. I like to see what else I'm going to hit on Synth before playing this stuff a lot of the times if I can. Now I can probably go Thraben, Crack, Clue. Seems fine. Land. I don't think I want to rally yet. I mean, I guess I can attack with both. If they block, I can just rally. I put them to a low life total and take the Monarch, and they have no creatures. I think that's fine. I guess the snuff out there would have been bad, but what are you going to do? Yeah, Blightning is a sweet card. I like this art too. So they just have a lot of burn to try to finish off the opponent. They just missed too many land drops here, I think. Still got Lewin on my lap. He doesn't usually chill with me for this long, but my fiance is actually out of town for work, so just me and Luz. All right, we got him. So this is the funny thing, like, so they're Jund Metalcraft, right? But they showed Tree of Tales and Great Furnace, and like I'm sure they have a million Galvanic Blasts. I mean, I think we can just blow up all their lands. Seems like a pretty good plan to me. We might not need all of our burn, and they have so much removal. I can set out both rallies or just one. Also, I don't really get value out of Seekers. I can cut another Seeker and keep in like one more Bolt. Just a 2-mana 2/2 that doesn't provide me value compared to like Thraben, Glinthawk, or Score Skyfisher just seems worse to me. But it still is a creature. I think this is what I'm going to do. I felt like our draw was bad. I mean, I know our opponent's draw was really bad too, but because I guess they were just missing land drops, it just bought us time. And then eventually, when I found Synth, I just drew so many cards. I mean, I'm gonna keep this. It's not the best, but I have turn 3 double land destruction, so seems reasonable. Probably should have led Artifact Land there, I suppose, in case I need to Galvanic Blast on 3, but there's almost no chance that I'm doing that, right? I never liked Moonvoli Acid Moss that much, but I will agree that Jund was cool at that time. Or Green Red Land Destruction was a really fun deck. Okay, so we can Blightning next turn, but we're definitely just gonna dust at us if they play an Artifact Land. Which they have a lot of. I mean, they're pretty likely to do. Is this a Blightning? They're in the tank. Maybe they're deciding between Llanowar Visionary and Blightning. Cleansing Wildfire, okay. They play a non-artifact land, wow. And they foretell a card, okay. I mean, we're getting kind of punished for our choices here. We need them to play another artifact. Can kill that. I wonder if they have Deadly Dispute in their deck. My guess is no, they do not. Wow, they really only have one artifact land, huh? Brutal. Getting punished here. Lightning again. All right. I can keep one land. I mean, so far from second dust to dust. Showing them it kind of sucks, but I mean, I can still get this one. If they have tapped lands, they're gonna have to play them. 2 lightnings. Might lose this game. We just haven't done anything. All we've done is get lightninged twice and cast a galvanic blast and a wellspring. I can scry with Lorehold Campus here. Campus doing work. Another lightning. I think I want to just 4 them rather than scry. All right, they've cast 3 lightnings. But all we need to do is draw a Glynhawk or a Core Skyfisher, and then we just draw a bunch of cards. Okay, there it is. I guess they could play in a Braid in response. That would be annoying. Not quite as busted here as Synthesizer, but I'll take it. Bolt my thing, sure. That was a good draw. Next turn we'll just crack Clue. Keep going. The fact that we were just sitting here while they just had time to go Blightning, like slowly, was pretty brutal. Alright. I'm glad they're not using the burn on me, because they could probably just kill me. Seeker of the Way, huh? Gonna draw more cards for now. This is likely to die. Okay. And if Seeker of the Way doesn't die, and if I can gain life, that's really good. Terminate. Okay. I'm glad I didn't play Seeker. We're at 10. It's starting to get pretty sketchy, but they only have 3 cards left. All right. Let's go with the Raven. Draw. I was kind of sandbagging this. This is close between Seeker and Synthesizer. I think I'm gonna Synth, because if I hit untapped land, it's really good. And I didn't really want to have this in my hand. All right, well, we missed. Because I didn't want them to have a 4th Lightning or something. Maybe that was wrong. Not like Rally would be that good here anyway, but that was a tough decision. All right, they dino into boarding party. Okay, I think we're losing now. Into Packmate. Jeez. I can't really take 6. I can chump. It's probably best. Because if I draw like a Glynhawk, okay, that's a chance. That gives me a chance. If I can make this Seeker like massive this turn, then I can still win this game. I need to hit like a Glynhawk right here. Land. All right, let's crack Synth. Gorilla Shaman. Maybe they don't have as many of these artifact lands. Maybe these Gorilla Shamans are going to come out. I mean, they have at least 2. Pretty sure we're just dead. We needed like really good hits there. No, sometimes you want to play Terminate because it's not that hard on your mana, and this kills Guardian of the Guild Pack because it's a multicolor spell, and it kills stuff like Lotus Cobra, but mostly Guardian of the Guild Pack. Another terminate. Yeah, I mean, we're losing this game, but I think we're fine in this matchup. Sure, we could lose, but I think we kind of just make as much or more value than them. Our spells are a lot cheaper, and we have the out of just like exiling all their lands. I think we're dead here. But I think I will. I'll take it at least one Gorilla Shaman, probably both. Maybe I want one more Bolt as well. Maybe I just don't want the Gorilla Shamans. They might only have like a couple untapped artifact lands. Yeah, kind of on the same page. I think Seeker's still a must kill. They have to point burn at it. Maybe Bolt's better than Seeker too. So I can at least kill like their 3/3s and 2/2s. Killing Llanowar Visionary is pretty important, I feel like. Definitely keeping the Dust to Dust. I think that's good. It keeps them off their expensive spells too. Sand's actually not even like that incredible, but I think it's a keep. Just gonna play Seeker here. Next turn I'll probably play Wellspring. Hope to hit a land. Alright, the Galvanic Blast. But maybe they didn't get to Cleansing Wildfire that turn. I think it's safer just a Wellspring. Alright, unfortunate there, but we can draw a card for turn and off Rebirth next turn and play Thraben, worst case scenario. Now I think I just want to kill this. Play Thraben, pass. Because I'm going to hit my land. Just want to take them down on mana here. Okay, there's Dust to Dust, and they still don't have two lands for us to kill. That's okay. I could kill this now, but now I think I want to draw a card. Glinthawk. Classic. I'll save that for next turn, I suppose. I'm going to try to hit a land. It's brutal. Okay, there's another land to kill. They do have the Cleansing Wildfire, so that was good for them. They have another one? Doesn't look like it. I would have gone for the quad block there. So I think I'm just going to go land, double Stone Rain you, Galvanic Blast attack for 4. And then next turn start drawing more cards. So now if they just have some like dinos and boarding parties in hand, it's decent for us. I mean, you just say it doesn't make a difference, but what if they have a dino or a boarding party? Now they can't cast it. It makes a difference. It makes a big difference in my opinion. Just keep this value train here. Lightning is pretty good though. They have 5 cards. It's a Cleansing Wildfire. That's all I can really think that it could be. You know, if they Cleansing Wildfire either of us, it doesn't really do anything. So they Wildfire themselves. Okay. I don't know. I think keeping them off stuff is important. Galvanic Blast. All right, I'm just going to go Mountain, Galvanic Blast you. attack for 4, put them to 8. Because like now, yeah, they started ramping back up, but now if they boarding party, they're really far behind. I don't know. I slowed them down a lot with this Dust to Dust. I feel like it was good this game. All right, well, that was brutal for us. But they are at 8. We have 4 power. So any Galvanic Blast, we kill them. Glinthawk. I'm going to play it now. It's not worth waiting at this point when we have them at 4. True opponent not make it easy. Like, even if they, yeah, if they dino now, they're dead, right? They have 2 blockers. They can block here, here. Oh, they go to 1? Damn. They go to 1. I think it's worth because then Bolt is a kill too. And they probably have to stay back because we still have 3 creatures left. Just don't want to see a Weather the Storm, basically. I'm not sure the Lightning is actually good. I mean, it's been pretty good against us, actually. But our draws have been a little bit awkward, too, and we're just trying to grind. All right, so they can actually attack with Dino. So we're kind of on the ropes here, but we have a lot of outs. Any burn spell. We have most of our burn. We only side out 1 bolt for game 3 here. Brutal. So any burn spell from them kills us. So drawing land in the last 2 draw steps. Yep. Damn. We're dead if they attack with all, which, I mean, they definitely should. And they Blightning us too, just for the rubbins. All right, they got us. GG's. I think our draws just overall were not that great that match. We just couldn't get there. Good game, though. Maybe the matchup's not as good as I thought. So, yeah, close match, but couldn't quite do it. See everyone in round 2. All right, welcome to round 2. We have a keepable hand here for sure. We're against Shoe Dog. They're on the mulligan to 6. I'm probably going to lead Plains Thraben, turn 2, another Thraben Campus, go from there. We'll see. Depends what we're up against. Yeah, Ravana, that's exactly what my point. And I think the upside is worth basically. So sure, sometimes they have 8 lands and then you top deck a Dust to Dust when you need something, but it's also game winning a lot of other times. So, all right, Mountain was actually a fine draw. Now we need something to go with Skyfisher and Rebirth. I saw one list and it cut 1 Seeker of the Way and was playing 1 Golden Egg, and I was like, that seems like it's worth it to have 1 more thing to bounce / sacrifice. So maybe I would do that moving forward. Not sure. Jay Tommaso, what's up? Looks like we're just against Blue-Black Fae here. I think I'm actually going to play Untapped Land, kill Fairy Seer, play another Thraben. Just keep them off a Ninja. They're on a mulligan. They've just been having awkward mana too. Just want to slow them down as much as possible here. We have 3 Pyroblasts and 1 Electrickery in the board here. Could also bring in Lone Missionary, but I don't think we will. There's like some crazy birds going on outside. I'm not sure if you can hear that. All right, we're doing it. And we still could have won that last game. I mean, they hit Dino into another creature to survive at 1, and we still had a turn to draw any burn spell. We still got lose. Oh, what? I don't have Old Border Thrabins in this list? Oh my god, that's a huge mistake. Chat, you didn't even tell me? That's a massive mistake. How did that even happen? I don't know how we're gonna win now. Yeah, time to drop. That was garbage. I apologize. No wonder we lost the first round. Had nothing to do with bringing our Dust to Dust or our play or anything. I mean, that is disgusting. I guess I could have Skyfished back a Thraben, but I'd probably rather Wellspring here, actually. Go Wellspring Garrison. Then I get another untapped land next turn. Seems great. And I can just start getting value out of this, where this I can keep attacking with my Thrabens, keep my creatures in play. Luz is trying to get comfy on my lap here. All right, so they brainstormed hit a land, but they're just not really doing anything. We get to resolve Skyfisher. Ooh, I want to lead Synth now. Is that greedy? Maybe. Yeah, at least we have the right basics. I wanted to also resolve Synth now. Seems relevant. I can also play potentially, especially if I hit like land. I'm just gonna Skyfisher this Synth. We'll see. Ooh, I'm gonna Glinthawk this for sure now, because then I can rebirth my Wellspring with the red mana. Maybe hit a land. Blast. I don't know if I need to Galvanic Blast them, but I mean, it's not bad. I don't lose any value, really. I don't get to play Rebirth this turn, but I mean, I deal them 4. All right, so they're down to 11. They're on three lands, but we already have 3 creatures in play, 2 clues in play, a bunch of more value in hand. Yeah, Milk Daddy, how could you not how could you not take the value? Anybody in chat a Magic player? How can you resist value? Sick. Oh, Pauper Jumpstart. Hey, thanks for the sub there. Appreciate it. Opponent's draw has just been so awkward here. Yeah, our draw has been solid. I'm gonna just lead my turn on Synth again. Whether I hit lands or spells, it's gonna be pretty good. And they missed on Augur. Opponent is just having a rough time. That's brutal. Daleface, what's up? Synth. I also like this deck because I feel like I can pilot it like really fast. Sick. King of Paupers, thanks for the sub. Awesome. Appreciate the support, everyone. All right, so now I can go play this Synth, because why not? And then play Great Furnace, play Galvanic Blast. Oh, I should kill this. Almost made a mistake there. And then attack for 4. It's just too much value. It's funny how like this Boros deck in Pauper just draws essentially more card than any other deck, any other color combination. When red white is in Magic's history is essentially known for not drawing cards, but this deck just has incredible like ability to grind and draw cards. I guess these new cards are just a little pushed, huh? I was worried when I saw this card spoiled because I was thinking, okay, you need to play it and that costs mana, and then you have to have other mana in order to play spells. So I thought it was going to be easy to miss, but if you just fill your deck with cheap spells, it's really easy to hit actually. So it's just an incredible card. It's just really good. I did not win on Saturday, but I am playing a very similar deck to the person who won on Saturday. But I went 6-3. Synth. Rally. Sure. Okay, we got him. All right. So they're blue-black Fae. I think we board in these cards. Board out like this or something. Obviously not boarding out munitions. Thraben is not that good, but it's still a decent grindy card against them. It's good with Core Skyfisher. It just gets value. I'm not sure if Synth will get banned. I mean, I think Deadly Dispute right now could be a bigger problem along with the artifact lands. Again, I have to play like 4 Dust Death and 2 Gorilla Shamans still in my sideboard to feel like I have a good chance against Affinity. So. Synth is just like an incredible card though, and it could go, but I don't I don't see it getting banned anytime soon. They mulligan to 6. Opponent is just having a really rough time here. This is probably not the best matchup for them, but they can certainly win. Bummed about that loss to Jund. Again, my last league with the deck, I 5-0'd. That was my first time playing the deck. I think the deck is just incredible. I think it's the best deck in the format. This one, that is. Turn 2, I guess I just go attack, Skyfisher back my Thraben. We'll see what they do. Okay. Definitely play Skyfisher. I'll also attack. I don't think there's a danger of playing artifact lands in this matchup. All right, they called the bluff. Fair enough. And in my last league, when I was 3-0, I played against the mirror in round 4, and then in round 5, I played against the mirror again. So definitely got to expect this deck. Yeah, and whenever I'm building a new deck, I'm always like, oh, I could do this, which would be fun. And then I'm like, oh, but I could just play Deadly Dispute and have Ancestral Recall in my deck. So just it kind of invalidates a lot of other choices. And the Pauper format panel stated that oh, well, we didn't ban Dispute because there's a lot of replacements like Reckoner's Bargain and even Perilous Research, things like that. But it's like, but Deadly Dispute, because it makes a mana, just makes it so much better. Like, a lot of times it essentially costs one mana rather than two for that effect. And then sometimes you can even play it on their turn and then untap with an additional mana from the treasure. So it's just a pretty nuts card, honestly. All right. I think Luz is done. He's gonna go sleep in the other room. You good boy. All right. We have to decide what to do here. I don't really want to play. I was thinking I don't really want to play a one mana spell into a potential stutter here. Like, they have to have a spell stutter, right? I guess they could have cast down. Also, I don't really want my synth to get stuttered, but if it does, then I can play Thraben Tapland. All right, all right, all right. I still have my Skyfisher in play. I'm not sure. I would have had to just pass and crack Clue, which I didn't really like. I guess I could have led on Thraben. It's tough to say there. They also need like removal spell plus ninja in order to really punish me here. I'll just stay back because I think I'm the deck that can grind better than them. All right, they play a tap land. They're going to need like Snuff Out plus Ninja in order to hit with Ninja this turn. I guess they could have a Moon Circuit, but they don't typically play that. A lot of times they only play 3 Ninja of the Deep Hours now as well. Echoing Truth, both my tokens. All right, it's fine. It means I can just resolve my core Skyfisher without fear here, which is kind of nice. They didn't kill this last turn. I feel like I attack with it. Yeah, exactly. I didn't attack because I wanted to have another blocker to avoid getting hit by a ninja. Exactly. I'll attack now though because they didn't play a removal spell last turn. It's a little greedy to attack, but I want to start dealing damage. Again, they have 3 cards in hand. They need exactly removal spell plus ninja. Sure, they could have it, but even if they do, it's not that bad. Sure, then their ninja's in play, but so be it. This feels like it might be a Gurmag Angler from them. We'll see here. Preordained. That was my second guess. I'm also way up on time. I'm up 6 minutes on time. What is necessary for it to be a tier 1 deck? I mean, it's a playable deck. It's just tough for a control deck like a Duress Castigate control deck to be the best deck because it's not really proactive, but it has its spot in the meta. I think Loon wants to come back up. You want to come back up here? I thought he wanted to go down. All right. I guess we're playing with Luz all night. Sounds good to me. And into Angler. Wow, okay, that was a good turn. We don't have that many answers for Angler. Lightning Bolt. Might need to leave up Bolt, but obviously I'm going to play Wellspring. I can still play on tap land here. Let's just do this. They only have one card left. I wonder if attacking with both Skyfishers was correct. I don't think so, because if they find Ninja and they get to just get Spell Stutter back, it's really bad for me. So I'd rather just leave up Bolt. I have to take 5 off the Angler this turn. That's fine. Devour Flesh. I never liked this card. Like, you're just playing it just for burn to gain life sometimes. Like, how often do you Devour Flesh yourself? I feel like it's just better to play Chainer's Edict or Diabolic Edict. Alright. Alright, well, I can just block Augur. Don't even need to bolt right now. It's okay, bud. All right, let's see if this resolves. No Spell Stutter, please. Okay, nice. Come on, dude. Chill. You don't like that other dog? I mean, if this all resolved, then this is gonna resolve, right? Just make sure to resolve it now. Better than leaving up Bolt, I'd say. I'd say so. I do want to attack for 4, though. Then I'll try to resolve the munitions. Now he wants to go down. Okay, let's resolve this. There's no way they let this resolve and then counter this. No chance. Yeah. You can't let, 4 mana, 2/3 flying, draw a card, resolve when you have this board. There's no chance. So we can potentially kill next turn. They're only at 12. We have 6 power flyers. They may not block. And then we have Bolt plus maybe 4, or I guess maybe 7 munitions activations. 8? We don't have enough mana for all that, but we do have a lot of stuff. Just going to block Spell Stutter here. They draw removal spell plus Ninja. Even if that's the case, Vendetta, they lose 3? Vendetta? Whoa, that's... I don't know. I guess there's a lot of small stuff to kill, but... Jeez. I don't know, that doesn't seem that good to me. So they do have Ninja. What do they Ninja back? The Spell Stutter. Okay. Well, we cannot bolt anymore. But we can hit them down to 5 and then just kill them with munitions. So they have to do something. Yeah, they're just dead. Opponent just had some awkward draws this match. And I think the matchup's pretty decent for us, too. On top of that. Another second Vendetta? Wow. I don't think it necessarily makes sense. Devour Flesh makes the person who sacrifices gain life, not them. Oops. That was a huge mistake. Do I not have lethal? Oh, I still will, but that would have dealt them 3 damage rather than 1. I don't know what I was thinking. It's just a mistake. Again, should be fine. You can add 1 to the punt count, even though I don't have that ability. I just didn't want them to let them resolve their spell. That's what it was. My brain is just so entrenched to, if I have like all that mana and the munitions in play and they play a removal spell, I just like, okay, sack my thing. But that was a bad shortcut there because of Vendetta. It's pretty funny. All right, 1-1. Let's go round 3. All right, welcome to round 3. We're against Jay-Z Laws. Let's give him a GLHF. And I would like to play first. This hand's a little bit awkward, but I think this is a keep. Forest, Quarian Ranger. Okay, we don't have a red source yet. I think I play Seeker of the Way here. Because if we draw non-creature spells, I'd rather have the Seeker in play most likely than the core Skyfisher. If we draw a red source, going Bolt, attack with a 3/3 lifelink is decent. Looks like we're just up against Elves. We don't have that much hate for it. But we do have 8 burn spells in the main, 1 electricity side, so that's a fair amount, but uh-oh. No red spell, huh? I mean, yeah, we're in trouble. Probably gonna lose here. Just mana problems this game. Doesn't happen too much. The mana in this deck is actually really good for a Pauper deck. Because you play a lot of duels. So you just can't really have much better mana than this. So sometimes you get mana screwed, I suppose. Okay. As long as their last card's not a draw spell. Okay, they have 0 cards in hand. But they have a 4/4 and a 3/3. That's a lot. Red source. Okay, nice. So it's actually kind of funny because they have a lot of mana with Birchwood Ranger, Quarian Ranger, Sentinel, 3 lands. But I think I need to kill the 4/4 with Gallic Blast. So I'm just going to go Mountain. Maybe I draw a card first as well. Probably should have done that before playing Mountain. Galvanic Blast the 4/4. Prowess. I think I'm attacking with Seeker here. If they want to trade for this, that's fine. If they want to go for like a multi-block, that's fine as well. Because if they just draw a creature and make this a 4/4, that's going to be pretty bad for me. They just snap, don't block. Okay. RSR2 Gaming, what's up? We got them down to 11, so we might be able to bolt their face soon. They drew a land. They just attack for 3. They have a 1/2 reach as well. Now I kind of think the play is Bolt Vanguard, attack with everything. Guess I'll draw. Seeker of the Way. I think I'm going to do this. All right, we got them. They didn't find Lead the Stampedes or Distant Melodies, and we played some removal spells. That'll do it. And see, this is one thing that can kind of suck about the Pauper meta. When there's a deck like Chatterstorm or Affinity that's really strong, and you have to commit like, 6 to 10 cards from your sideboard, you just lose out on having hate for other matchups. That being said, 4 Blast, 4 Bolt, 2 Munitions, Electricity is a lot of stuff. I think I just minimally sideboard here. I think our main deck is fine. Maybe I should actually keep the rally over like either a Seeker or a Thraben or something. But I'm not sure. Opponents on the mulligan to 5, classic Elves. They just only play like 12 to 13 forests, so they just mulligan a lot. this is just not going to go well for them, I don't think. They have so many one toughness things. They have to play more creatures out next turn. I get to Wrath. Sure, they could have Hydros, but I mean, I'm going to go for this. See if they attack. Oh man. It's just too juicy. Do they have the Hydra? They can go untap Hydro. Okay, we got him. Nice. Crushed Elves there. That was a quick one. We'll be back for round 4. All right. Round 4. We're against Burb. This is the player that we, I don't know if it was on the recording or not, but this is the player we were alluding to earlier. They make a lot of cool brews. They stream as well, and he popularized this Eggstron deck, which I almost can guarantee that he's playing right now. So we'll see how this matchup is. Let's see. This hand looks pretty bad to me. Just deciding if we need or want to keep it. We're on the play, so we can go turn 1 Thraben, turn 2 Glinthawk. But if we miss on lands, it's pretty bad. I think I can just do better than that. I really need to. I'm just putting him on Eggtron, so I'm just gonna try to get a better hand that can pressure. All right, we have to keep. Put back Rally because it costs 3 mana. Then like one of these red cards. Maybe the Galvanic Blast. Thing is, Rally is good with Rebirth, and it might allow me to. I'm like 100% that Burb has to be on Eggtron. So maybe I keep Rally to try to kill fast if I hit lands. But then the problem is I have to put back like one of these. So I think I just need to do this. Because if I put back one of these, then I don't have like the combo of Synth plus Rebirth. It's going to be rough here though. That deck mulligans a lot, but it mulligans pretty well. Because it doesn't need all of its cards. Man, I think I have to just draw. I'm going to draw. Just none of our hands were good. Oh yeah, we gotta try to be up on time. I took so much time on those mulligan decisions. Time is so important in this matchup. It's incredible. Oh no, not like this. Miss. Just looking pretty rough for us here. They go Ancestral. Waiting on this map. I wonder if he's just going to try to time me out. Probably. I need to try to play as fast as possible. I think Burb was streaming earlier today, so can't be too upset. I should have played Synth first. Trying to play fast. Okay. We know one rally's exiled and one is on bottom, so we're not going to get to rally them. Now they Tron next turn. Okay, there's another Synth. Should yield to that as well. Glinthawk cannot cast it yet. just doing stuff here. Either they're gonna kill us or we'll kill them. They can go off next turn and have a huge weather, but they need to go off next turn. So it seems kind of tough. Oh, they weather now to gain 12. Okay. That might buy them a turn. Bird plays so fast. It's like incredible. It's really impressive, honestly. Like, he plays so fast. I'm down on time because I took a long time on my mulligan decisions. Map. Are they gonna weather? Scatter shot? Jeez. Alright, I think that's game. I'm not even sure if I should keep playing. But I think I will. They can't literally just F6 forever right now. So I can at least maybe go up on time and then just start F6ing. Pretty dumb, but maybe this is what Paupers come to. They Conjurer's Bobbled, put back a Conjurer's Bobble. Reckoner's Bargain. Our draw has also been pretty bad. I'm literally just trying to play as fast as I can, so I might not be taking the most optimal lines either. Now with only weather, they don't have as many ways to really fully go off. I'm almost caught up on time as well. And I mean, I'm doing a lot of damage to them. He has to do something here. If they play a Inspector, I'll turn off F6. Yeah. F6 again. So I think he plays to Weather the Storm. Really cool deck from the opponent for sure. Yeah, there's the second Weather. And they have a Clear the Mind as well. And a Scatter Shot. I am up on time right now, though. This is just like pretty dumb. Both players just trying to play as fast as possible to not time out. I should really always yield to the synth trigger. I'll do it here. Should have tapped the garrison as well, but looks like I didn't get punished. Okay. Still up on time. The good thing about this deck also is that you can pretty much play all your stuff at sorcery speed and F6. So that is really good. Just so funny that I'm saying that. But time is just so important. Burb is in the tank. Interesting. Like they've played 2 scatter shots and 2 weather the storms already. I don't think they have any action spells left in their deck, and they played 2 inspectors, so they're gonna clear the mind, redraw all these cards. But I'm up on time, so I can literally just F6.
Sick.
Then don't they have to concede? Oh, Pumpkin Queen, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Oh, they have Erasure. Oh my god, they have Erasure. Jeez. The tech. The insane tech. So we're gonna get milled out most likely. They're still at 20. They have the 1 erasure. I wonder if we bring in. I think Dust to Dust is reasonable, at least in some number. I wonder if we bring in Pyroblast for Clear the Mind / Erasure, because then maybe they just don't have a way to win. They erasured themselves. So they're just. Oh, they hit Clear the Mind. Is that game? Oh, they have Bobble. They have Bobble. Never mind. Burb knows what he's doing. So this is also infinite, right? With if they have a inspector plus Bobble, they can mill infinite by looping 2 Conjurer's Bobbles. I think they have 1 more inspector. And I guess they just put it back with that other Bobble. So now Burb actually found a win con in the deck. 1 erasure, huh? Pretty sweet. Now they start milling us. So they do have an infinite combo here. But I mean, definitely make them use the time. There maybe was a turn when I could have played Rebirth earlier to represent more damage. We also mulliganed to 5 and missed on both our first 2 synthesizer hits, which was kind of brutal. So we're just gonna have to wait for them to fully storm off here. I don't care about showing them cards from our deck. I wonder how many Dust to Dusts we want, if any. Maybe we just don't go for the Dust to Dust plan. Maybe Pyroblast isn't even good either because with Conjurer's Bauble, they can just put Jace's Erasure back. So maybe I just have to go full aggro. I mean, Dust to Dust can exile random stuff like Golden Egg, Ichor Wellspring, Inspector. Maybe like 2 Dust to Dust is correct. Tough to say. All right, we die. This just destroys it. It doesn't exile. Hmm. So I feel like Thraben is probably like my worst card just because it's like a 1/2 and I don't really care about gaining the life. I feel like Pyroblast is just so bad if I have it in my hand. They're not going to play like Erasure out early. I think I just try to aggro them out and then have some Dust to Dusts for all their artifacts. I think I keep in all my burn spells. Maybe 4 Dust to Dust is correct to side out like 2 Lightning Bolt or something. But I just don't really want to have like multiple Dust to Dust in my hand just kind of rotting there. A lot of their artifacts sacrifice anyway. It just seems a little greedy to have Dust to Dust. So we'll try it like this. We'll run it for game 2. All right. Game 2, would you like to play first? Yes. Can we have a keepable hand? Not really. Okay, this one we have to keep. Let's keep this. I don't think I need munitions yet. I'd rather have all my other spells, I believe. Wow, Burb mulligans to 4 here. That's pretty brutal. Burb says that he needs Tron or Foundry Inspector in order to like keep sketchy hands. Terrarium, sure. Next turn, Glinthawk back Wellspring. Not gonna Lightning Bolt them yet. All right, now I'll just Skyfisher because it's just more mana efficient. Pass. Next turn I can go Wellspring into Glinthawk, keep drawing cards. They're kind of far away from doing anything. Ooh, Synth, that's a nice one. I can play fast, but Burp can play faster, but they have more actions they need to take as well. All right, looks like Ancestral here, most likely. Yep. So just get right out of that mulligan to 4, no problem. There's Map. Okay, now it's Dust to Dust. Okay, we don't have it though. Let's go Synth. Oh, never mind, we do. All right, nice, we got him. Hit that Dust to Dust right when we needed it. That was sweet. Okay. Even though Dust to Dust was like insane and won us that game, also remember that Bird was on a mulligan to 4, immediately drew like up to 8 cards on an Ancestral Recall, and then we had Dust to Dust at the right spot. But there's a lot of times when Dust to Dust is not going to do anything, and we really need to just pressure them. That's what this matchup is all about, I think. Just put the pressure on, put the pressure on. I'm going to keep all my burn in. Munitions is also pretty bad, but it can give us a little more reach too. Maybe I should have boarded out 1 munitions. Wow, we're just not getting keepable 7s here. Bird kept 7, brutal. Wonder if I just play Synthesizer on 1 here. I think I do. Sucks, but I think that's what I have to do in this hand. Burb just have the Natron, probably. Nature's claim my land, brutal. Do I want to just Glint Hawk next turn? I think so, actually. Wow, only 2 lands from Burb. Interesting. Oh man, this is brutal. Not like we had that many good hits there, but still. I'm gonna go Ancestral, looking for Tron. Alright. Well, there is likely Tron. Mountain, huh? Great Furnace. I think I just try to put the pressure on. Not sure about this line, but just not able to get a good aggro draw here. Our draw was bad pretty much every game as far as what we needed for this particular matchup. Just Glint Hawk here. Dust to Dust. Okay. There's no way Burb times out from here, so we have to kill him. It's not doing that much yet, though. Do they have Weather the Storm? Red, green, maybe a Scatter Shot? And a Weather the Storm? Please no. Feels like they have both. Yep. Brutal. So they can... They only Scatter Storm for 5, though. Okay. We're still alive. Burb with 4 cards in hand, but 2 spare supplies on the table as well. It's a crazy deck for sure. Okay. Is he out of gas? Just another huge weather. Okay. Synth. Guess I'm cracking 1 synth, might as well. Raven. Rather play that. Okay. And then we just try to keep going. I think it's going to be tough from here, though. They have Fangren. But we're up on time, though. That's the thing. So maybe they sided out Erasure. They can basically gain infinite, but with no Erasure, I can just win on time. Because I'm up like 5 minutes. I guess they can kill me with Fangren or something. I'm just going to attack with all, because then if they want to block, I get to Galvanic Blast this. Definitely not going to give up yet. They do not block. Not surprising. Core Skyfisher. Sure. Again, he can just keep gaining essentially infinite here until I find second removal spell. Oh, second Fangren. Maybe I want to stay back now in order to block those as well. Because I don't think I can win by damage anymore. They have Clear the Mind, but do they have Erasure? And then they put Clear the Mind back in their deck. Oh, so they can't mill out? I forgot about Bobble plus Clear the Mind. So I just can't win? I guess I can kill these and then maybe win. It's going to be tough though. Because they can just keep looping their library as well. Oh, I didn't Metalcraft, I just punted. I think we can't win no matter what. They're at 116. Burb says, yeah, it's busted. Burb says, I'm going to get these strong lands banned. I will not complain if you do. See ya around, Burb. GG's. Right when I cast the Galvanic Blast, I knew I messed up too. But again, they were at 116. We kill this. Maybe we kill this. But then he's looping Scatter Shots and Weathers, and we have no outs to that. That deck is insane. All right, 2-2. Let's go round 5. See if we can go positive here. I was worried about facing that deck. And of course, I faced Burb, who's, the god on it. It was really impressive seeing him play there, just playing so fast. So that was pretty cool. So let's go round 5. All right, round 5, we're against Ixidor, who for the longest time just played mono green Stompy, but recently plays a lot of other decks like Affinity and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what they're going to be on. I guess we'll find out. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Stompy. If it's Stompy or Affinity, I think we have decent matchups for both those decks. So I don't hate if it is either of those two. We'll see. And our hand is pretty decent here, especially against Stompy. How many affinities are in the league? A fair amount. So our game 1 is close, not the best. I had an affinity player like draw 45 cards against me, and I had only drawn like 25, but I just burned them out. So sometimes they just spin their wheels and draw, but they don't actually do much if they don't find their Mirror Enforcers. So with all this burn, we could be in a reasonable spot. I mean, if they have Galblast here, it's annoying. Oh, Epicure. Maybe this isn't what I thought. Not sure what they're on. Could just be another affinity deck. Tough to say. All right. I'm also debating playing Rebirth this turn. I think that I should. So I'm going to go Lightning Bolt, this, Prowess plus Lifelink. And then I'm just going to go Rebirth, my Den, Prowess, Lifelink, attack for 4 Lifelink. So I get my 1/1s down, I gain an extra life right now, hit for 1 extra damage, plus just get their 1/1 out of there. I don't know if they're on like some type of black-red burn with Galvanic Blast. That's kind of like what feels like they're on black-red madness with Galvanic Blast. Yeah. So gaining the 4 is huge. Okay. Now we just go attack for 3, play second Seeker, play bounce land. They have to probably play another burn spell at Seeker, which is good. And we have 7 points of burn left in hand, which is nice. All right, Fiery Temper, kill the Seeker, I assume. Yep. I guess I only have 1 artifact left for this Galablast, so we only have 5 points of burn right now, but we can find more artifacts. Another Seeker. Wow, just drawing all the Seekers in this matchup. It's pretty good. And I can even play around a 3-mana burn spell now on Seeker. Wow, they're lightning bolting a Goblin. Love that. Now we're just in a fantastic spot. Can save my Seeker from Bolt. They do have 6 cards in hand, so that's a lot. First my 2. Ancestral? Not quite, they had to sacrifice a land. That's actually pretty sick, because they just play burn spells and Deadly Dispute. Wow. It's pretty scary. I'm not sure about also having the discard package, but maybe just burn with Deadly Dispute. Ichor Wellspring is good. See, this is why it's kind of dumb. The opponent's just playing burn, but they're just playing Ancestral Recall. It's like, I don't know, I don't love it. So they probably discard Fiery Temper here, try to kill Seeker. I'm going to try to save it, deal them 5. They concede. Okay. I mean, we drew 3 Seeker of the Ways in the top 11 cards, so that was brutal for them. And we have great sideboard here. Let's see. If they're just black-red burn, we can at least Gorilla Shaman. Maybe we just bring in all of these? I mean, killing all their lands has got to be pretty good. Like, how many basics can they actually have? I just feel like it's good. I can also just dust to dust like their Ichor Wellsprings and stuff. I like it. Just take out random stuff. I don't know. Is 4 dust to dust too many? Maybe, but I think I'm gonna do it. I want to set out like 1 more Skyfisher because it's a little clunky. Keep in 1 more Bolt. I don't know how many creatures they actually have. I'll just try this. All the Gorilla Shamans and Dust to Dusts. Sure. Let's go game 2. All right, game 2 against Ixidor. Sounds pretty awkward, but I think it's a keep. We can gain 2 life off our lands. We have a Dust to Dust. We have a bunch of cheap plays. It's got to be a keep. Like I was saying, this deck actually has good mana. You play 4 duels, 3 bounce lands. So, again, your mana should be pretty solid. So I can go Den, then turn 2 another Thraben Garrison, and then turn 3 Dust to Dust. They do have Bloodfell Cave, so maybe I have too much artifact hate here. But we saw double artifact land last game. There's 1. Okay, nice. Vampire's Kiss. Okay, well, there's some more artifacts if we desperately need them. And I'm going to play Garrison. A good thing about Thraben Inspector as well is when your deck is drawing a ton of cards, Thraben draws the card later, so you actually don't have to discard, and then you have this card sitting on the table in the form of this clue that you have to pay 2 for. So it's actually kind of nice sometimes. All right, if they play like another artifact land here, it's going to be brutal for them. Nice. Now we get to do the thing here. They loot with blood. Discard a Fiery Temper, kill a Thraben, or deal S3. Deal S3, okay. We only have 1 point of life gain right now, but we have 3 Lone Missionaries in our deck, and they're on 1 mana now. Another artifact land. Wow. Feel like I just cast that. I know they can loot right here, but I think it's worth. Another Fiery Temper. See if they go face. I think they will. Okay, we're down to 12. Getting value out of those blood for sure. It's essentially like drawing them cards. That's pretty cool. Back up to 13. Let's see if they have more lands. We've killed 3 of their lands. They do. That's pretty good. Gonna Gorilla Shaman that. Yeah, I love everyone showing out for the stream. Really means a lot. It's great. I just love it. Probably will Galvanic Blast them end of turn. We've killed 4 of their lands. We just have so much to spend our mana on. Oh, geez. Is that just game? Yeah. Nice. Took down Ixidor, 3-2 in the league. Not bad. Lost to Burbtron. Our draws were pretty bad in that matchup. I think that matchup is winnable because we have a relatively quick clock. But we just gave him too much time there. Here's the deck. I think moving forward, I would recommend this list, definitely. If you want to be a little less greedy, you can cut 1 Seeker, play 1 Golden Egg. I think that's totally reasonable. Other than that, I think the list is, pretty solid. You may want to... The list that I saw from the challenge that was very similar to this was playing 4 Crag, 0 Bridge. So I added these 2 bridges. I've seen other lists play like some of the cycle lands, a Radiant Fountain, but I think this mana base is actually better. Honestly, I would just not make any changes. Sure, we went 3-2. We barely lost to Jund, and then we lost to Burbtron, and everything else we kind of like. I felt great against pretty much everything else. So yeah, deck is great. I would recommend just jam this moving forward. If you're going to play in like a challenge or something, you could also play a couple Revoke Existence. But I think 2 Gorilla Shaman, 4 Dust to Dust gives you a good chance against Affinity as is. So not sure. So that'll wrap up this YouTube video. Thank you everyone so much for watching on YouTube. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps me out. Thanks so much. Till next time. Peace.